Hey Internet, this is Gunter with MiniMishaps Games, and today we are going to be building some assassin perches. Alright, so if you've been following along, then you know that we're working on a larger scale project, our Dragon Wagon, which is a huge wagon and a couple of little wagons, a group of goblins, a dragon, a giant, and they're all going to become part of this big diorama that's also an encounter for my D&D group. But these assassin perches don't have to be for putting up against a wagon. These can go on the side of any building. They're great for pretty much anywhere you want to put them, on roofs or on the sides of vehicles. But how this came about is I have these awesome ones from Terrain Crate. But the trouble with them is that they are not deep enough to hold the standard D&D size based characters. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building some kind of similar ones with that end goal in mind. So let's jump right in. So here's that big wagon I was talking about. So it's going to be the home of all of our perches, and we've been working on this for a couple of projects, so you can find those up here. But so here's the scale of the goblin's base that we need to fit on there. So you can see there's enough room for him to be a driver there. The big wagon will also be led by the dragon. So yeah, so there's those little assassin perches again, and so they're just going to go on the side. So there's a platform for the goblins to stand on, and at the ready, two of them are going to be longer and be more of a scouting crow's nest kind of a situation, and two of them are going to be flush like this one, just as a place to stand on the outside of the vehicle. So I've got a couple of these mold casting bases that I'm actually going to take some bits of sprue that are in angles, and I'm going to put them in here and pour plastic around them, and that's going to give us our, for sure, 1-inch platform because it's a 1-inch base mold, but it also have that bit coming out of the one side that can go up against the building, or in this case the vehicle. So there we pour them, paint them, and nothing too fancy on it's just going to be a brown coat on the paint, because it's easier to get the undersides when they're not attached yet. And then if we want to add wood grain or different textures, we can do that afterwards. But so here we've got the two little platforms with the 1-inch base, and then the two longer, so those here they go on the side, just like the other ones. That's going to be awesome. Yep. And then I'll show you that the goblin will just be able to set right up on top there. Yep. And then we've got the longer ones, and I left the hook on both sides here in this case because of the nature of the wagon and it going inside the cover there. So it'll go up, extend upward, and this is actually a 2-inch base, so it'll hold 4 goblins on top, 2 on the little ones on the side unless I add more, and it'll hold them that way and be at varying heights and things for ranged weapons. And if you are wondering, these 2-inch bases came from like a Party City or a Factory Card Outlet that has the little Party Favors toys, and I spent I think $1 on 6 little dinosaur skeleton toys that had these 2-inch by 1-inch bases. So we're all about doing all these things on the cheap. And then the pouring of the bases works really good. The plastic, the 2-part plastic that I used pours strong. But you could use any glue that would dry to hold that in there, or just glue it to a 1-inch base. For this amount, it's not going to be using a ton of weight, but doing the sprue this way ensures that it could take a lot more weight. I'm sure this thing would rip away from the project before it bent or broke that support. Same with the tall ones here. That the sprue is just in a C, and this will go inside the lip to glue on and stick up from the top. So there's that bit there. And if you're wondering, future Tensegrity project, spoiler alert, was supposed to be these two guys, but you'll get to see how that actually turns out when the video comes out. So this has been our Assassin Perches. I hope you enjoyed, and that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe, and you can support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee, and we will see you for the next video. Thanks, Internet.